deer, zebra, elephant. Okay, lots of things. Okay. All right. So, this one. Got it. All right. So, the first two animals we've got in the chat is a gorilla and, well, there's a kissing cat, but that was before. A gorilla and a rabbit. So, excuse me, just to make it easier, let's draw a line down the middle of the page. And let me check. And we'll draw a gorilla on one side and rabbit on the other. Krisha, have you got a question already? What we're doing today is, sorry, you probably weren't here yet. What we're doing today is we are drawing, we're combining animals. So we're going to draw two different animals and as if they're one. So we're drawing a gorilla giraffe, a gorilla rabbit, sorry. So this is going to be the line down the middle. We'll draw sort of maybe the front of the gorilla here and the back of the rabbit there. But then when we get, once we've done that a couple of times, we'll just draw one big animal and have it elements of both. So why don't we start with the back of the rabbit? That's probably easiest. Sort of a curve around like that, where its leg is, back leg. And we can give it a big foot. It can go over the line, that's okay. So there's the rabbit's foot and toes. I'm just being really rough because we're just playing around. And then we can do the little tail here. Make it fluffy. So just adding some little furry bits, just scribbling basically. About some of the lines I don't need. Just adding in some sketches. Abdullah, you got a question? Abdullah, do you want to unmute and ask your question? Nope. No, okay. All right, so we've got the rabbit. Let's draw the gorilla side. So what I might start with is the gorilla's arm. So this will be the shoulder. Araf, you got a question? The arm's going to come down there. Araf, do you have a question? Yeah, do you ask, have you? Yeah, we want to ask you a question?
I just came in.
Oh, okay, so you don't know what we're doing?
No, I don't know what you're doing because when I was in first, but then it kicked me out. That's why I joined back.
Okay. Well, what we're doing today is we're drawing two different animals and we're joining them together.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
can you stop for a second so that I can catch up?
Yeah, it might be easy for you to just join the next one, but yeah, I'll slow down a bit so you can catch up.
Okay.
Okay. So everyone, I've just drawn the arm of the gorilla. So the way I did that was I drew the circle for the shoulder and then I drew a line to get where the arm's going to go. I drew the hand on the bottom and I found halfway where I want the elbow to be. And then I drew in the forearm and then the bicep and tricep. Biceps one at the front, triceps one at the back. So again, I'm just scribbling. I'm not making anything definite. I'm just roughing it out. You can make that a bit hairy. Gorillas are pretty hairy and jaggedy. Usually the hair stops on the arm because they've got don't have a lot of hair on their hands. And we just draw a simple hand. Just draw some sausages like that. There's 1, 2. We just draw 3 fingers for now. Sorry, Gabrielle, I just saw your question there. You don't have to draw the line, but that's just, I did it so I could show that there's gorilla and rabbit. Up to you. Oh, excuse me. I still got a bit of a tickle in my throat from having COVID. Okay, so we're going to move on. So we're going to do the body of the gorilla. So it's going to be the chest and a little bit of the belly and the back. So I'm just going to figure out where the chest is going to go. It's going to come in here. And the belly, join down to the rabbit's belly. And then sort of, this is the over the shoulder where the head's going to be, and then maybe the back will come down like this. Just a little bit. You could add sort of a muscular chest, a pectoral muscle. That's the 2 muscles sort of on the chest that they beat the gorillas, ooh, like that. Where the nipple is. And then make the body a bit furry. And then we have just the head to go. So thumbs up when you're ready to do the head. Yeah, okay, a bunch of people. All right, we've got 1 page, yes. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna move this down a bit so we've got some room at the top. A bit more light at the top there. Okay. Now gorillas have pretty long heads. The top part of the head, pardon me, the cranium part's pretty big, where the face part's pretty small. So I'm just going to bring the neck up a bit, like that. And then this is where I want the mouth and the nose to be. Sort of, you know, the eyes maybe there. And then the cranium part's quite big. Sort of like that. We can give him a thick neck at the back as well. So then if we want to put some details in, we could put in a little circle where the ear's going to go, where the eye's going to go. We could do a little bump for where the nose is. The nose and the eyes are very close together. Let me say that. There we go. And the mouth's going to be sort of here. So they have a bit of a brow as well. We put that in, like the brow sticking out. Where's my small words? Apart from details, that's pretty much it. little nostril in there. You could even give him a bit of a tooth sticking out. If you want to look a bit more like a monster, less like a gorilla. Rub out some of my construction lines. Now, the top part of the head is covered in hair, just like our own head. But the face isn't. So we can sort of bring some hair in a bit like that. You're asking about bringing the picture down. What do you mean, down this way? It'll be off the camera then. What do you mean closer? Like that. I'll get to your question in a second. Araf, Krisha, you got a question?
I wanted to show you my picture.
Okay, well that's pretty much it. So yeah, once everyone's done, you can start showing. That's cool. That's very good. Well done. Oh, sorry. I should ask you to unmute again. Araf, do you want to ask your question? Oh, Marcus, that looks pretty good.
So after this, maybe maybe we can add like a little hair to the gorilla's head.
You could do what to the gorilla's head, sorry?
You can make little hairs.
Yeah, little hairs on there. That's right. You can add in more hairs and things.
And also, I think I have an idea what we can draw next.
Okay, we'll put it in the chat. That's where everyone's writing or putting pictures of what they want to draw.
Okay.
So anyway, there's my whole one there. So what we could have done with that one is like we could have given it the gorilla rabbit ears. So we could mix it up that way. Instead of doing a half-half, we could have given a big rabbit ears, could have whiskers. You could have had small rabbit arms and gorilla feet. So it could even stand a bit sort of more like this with little rabbit feet. And then because gorillas have small feet as well, or short legs, but still have his little tail, have ears. Something like that. See that guy? This looks like a big muscly bunny. So there's different ways you could do it, but that's just the first one. We'll do a few today. Finn, that looks really good. Araf, you got another question?
I put in the animal to draw next. You can look at it.
I can see you've written baby lion.
Yes.
Okay, well, the next ones we're doing, because I'm trying to do them in order. There's a dragon, so we might skip dragon because dragons are a mixture of different things. A deer and a zebra are very close because they've got very similar things. Why don't we do the deer? Well, they're all for Gabriella. So why don't we mix up Gabriella's with someone else? Why don't we do the deer and not the narwhal, maybe, what about an elephant and a dog? Oh, we'll do the deer and the crocodile. Does that sound good? Deer and, okay. Put up one finger for deer and crocodile, 2 fingers for elephant and dog. So we've got 2, 1, 2, oh, it's moving around. Oh, so elephant and dog looks like most people want to do. Okay, that's what we'll do next. All right, I'm going to get this paper. This one we won't do half-half like that. We're going to do a line down the middle. We'll just sort of mix it up. Now, what kind of dog should we do? Maybe because it's an elephant, we should do a small dog like a corgi or something like that. Krisha, have you got a question?
I think that we can do a horse and a zebra and it's the same.
Yeah, that's why like a deer and a horse and a zebra are pretty much the same, apart from the stripes and the antlers. So that's why I didn't want to combine those, but you could. All right, but we're going to do an elephant and a dog, and I think a small dog, or a sausage dog. That might be cool. So why don't we start with sort of a long oval for the sausage dog body. Try and get that nice and short. Actually, I'm going to move this light. So put some light on this side. It's a little better. I had to change my whole setup when I went on holiday, so I've got to move things around again. Nope. That's good. Okay. So I'm just seeing the camera shadow in there, which isn't good. All right, so we've got the body for the elephant dog. I really want to get rid of that shadow. It's hard to get rid of. So let's give it an elephant head. So draw a big circle for the head. And maybe we'll give it little dog leg there and there. Tip in a little bit for that. And on the back legs, that's good, Marcus. On the back legs, maybe they're a bit more elephant-like, so they're a little straighter, and they're a bit more like the what do you call them? I would say trunks. Trunks was on the front. They're just a bit more thick. Skin, more like skin, not covered in fur. Maybe we'll give it a long waggy tail. And out a bit. Okay, we've got the basics down. So let's move back to the head. And we'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we wanted to have a trunk, so it looks like an elephant. So let's draw that sort of big S shape like that. Krisha, you got another question? Let me just ask you to Krisha and Arif are the ones asking all these questions.
Yeah, Zach, I got your number from Mandy, the daughter.
I couldn't hear what you were saying. It's very noisy there. All right, with no question. Okay, the rest turned it off. All right, back to the elephant. So we've got the trunk, we've got the head. Maybe sort of we want to get to the ear. We want to have big elephant ears, or do you want to have floppy dog ears? Well, actually, let's give it floppy dog ears. So sort of just like a big U, the letter U coming down like that. And then I'll rub out those lines underneath. There we go. All right, you now have a question.
So can we, after this, can we like do a half lion and half crocodile?
We're probably going to do a crocodile. It depends on what else is in the list.
Oh, because I really want to do the baby cub lion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's on the list. So if we stop asking questions and get back to drawing, we'll get to it soon.
Okay.
Okay. Krisha, quickly.
Are we doing the dog or an elephant?
We're doing a dog as and an elephant. It's a dog elephant, a delephant, or an ella dog. You can come up with your name. Okay, so we're going to put an eye in there. The mouth's sort of under the trunk here, so we could put a tusk in as well. And now we've got those little bits. We can start filling in the details. I'll just move out a bit. Oh, my light just fell over. So we'll start filling in a bit of details on the rest of the body and the face, of course. So we're picking up the legs, so we can draw in the dog paws. And rub out the construction lines. Put some little feet in there, little toes, I should say. Other leg. Make that dog ear very furry as well if you wanted, and add some. It could be a woolly mammoth and be hairy all over. So just keep going through and put some detail in the eyes, give it a little eyebrow. The elephant skin's going to be a bit wrinkly too, so you can add some lines in where the skin's going to be, around the trunk and on the face. So remember the hatching we were doing the other day? If you want to make things look a bit hairier, you can add a few more lines and things. So you can see. Make the dog's feet look a bit hairier. And then as we move down the body, again, make it a bit hairier, and we'll bring the body up a little bit like that. Because dogs are very thin, usually in the middle there. They're thick around their ribs and thin around the belly area. But I want these legs to be elephant legs, so they're not going to have any hair on them. Put some toes on. And in the knee joint, put some wrinkles. The other leg I'll just shade it in so it's hidden. So I need sort of the hair to stop. So I'll just do a few little lines to show where the hair is fading off. And then draw in the tail. It could be a long tail like a dog, but we could draw it like an elephant tail with just a few little hairs on the end. There we go. There's an elephant dog. How did everyone go? Oh, that's cool. I like that. Hey, Marcus, your dog looks like a bit of a worm. That's cool. I like that. It's like it's an elephant, worm, and a dog. Finn, that's cool. Yeah, Hitesh, it's great too. Kobe, I like that. That looks like a mammoth. Yeah, that one. Ella, that's really nice. Ariel, yeah, very good. Cool. Krisha, yeah, it's great. Gabriella. That's a really thick trunk as well. We can barely move that poor little dog. Okay, let's do another one. Let's see what is in the list. We have, Gabrielle, I'm just going to give you that one. You've got the elephant, a dog. So then we've got crocodile next, and then baby lion. There you go. That's what you wanted, Araf. Crocodile and baby lion. Let's do it. Okay. So now we've got to think, do we want to have a lion body? Do we want to have a crocodile body? Do we want to have a lion head? Do we want to have a crocodile head? Might look cool with a crocodile head with a mane on it. Araf, have you got any input?
I think I like a lion head with a crocodile like jaws and
Okay.
And crocodile tail, and the back legs should be crocodiles and the front legs are gonna be lion.
All right. Well, I'll try and do that, and we'll make it look like a baby. Like because you've written a baby lion, so a cub. So let's try doing that. So we'll start off with a head, just a round head, because the lion's head's roughly round. And sort of find out where we want to put the middle in there. So like this. So the eye is going to be here, and there's an eye there. But it's going to have a crocodile mouth. So it's going to have sort of a long, not a really long nose, but a little bit short. It's going to look like a bit like a dinosaur. But maybe it still has a lion nose on the end. So like a cat nose. But then we can draw this long mouth. Okay. With little lion ears. Could give it a little bit of a mane. You know, cubs don't normally have manes, but draw a bit in there. And we can add in the eyes. So the eyes, I'm just sort of getting the outside shape and draw a curve for the colored part, which I'll just shade lightly, and then a curve or a circle for the dark part. Or fin, that might be cool one. A bat and a wolf. Combine those two. All right, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Marcus, that look cool. So we're going to have the lion body. So let's do sort of the chest and the back up to the hips, sort of like that. Find out where your shoulder's going to go and where your hip's going to be. All right. Got a question?
Yeah, I already done mine.
Okay, let's have a look.
Okay. Wait.
While you're doing that, we're going to draw a little front leg. We got big paws, remember? Oh, that's cool. That's really good. I like that.
Oh yeah, and you are for a fact you also like need to draw like some scales because crocodiles need scales.
Yeah, you can draw scales on the mouth, on the tail, maybe even a little bit on the body. So there's our front legs, which are lion legs. Oh, we should have done his back a bit lower down because I wanted to give him crocodile legs because the crocodile legs are a bit skinnier. Sort of feel rounder as well. But when it comes to the feet, their claws sort of very small, like that. It's a bit like a bear at the moment. So this is where you could draw some little scales, little circles or little U shapes. You know, like I'll draw it up here, like U shapes like that's how you draw sort of cartoon scales. But I just did a couple of those, some circles, some halves, things like that, just to make it look a bit messier. I'm just going to go back and put some toes on these paws. Might give him a little bit of a bit more of a mane coming out of there. And I'll rub out construction lines on that face. It's not quite as cluttered. Oops. Hitting everything because everything's close. Bit more mane on there. Furriness. You could even draw some teeth in. Some teeth come up, some teeth go down. You can make them a bit scaly on the nose, around the face there. And then we'll do his tail. All right, I was just about to ask you what your question was and then you turned it off. You could just write in the chat too. I will see it. Just going to put in his other leg there, shade that in. Evelyn, you got a question? Nope. Okay. All right.
I was gonna say that I put this question in the chat. You forgot to like add spikes, like
Down
those,
the spine, the scales down the spine.
no, like those spikes. Yeah, on the body and on the tail. Because
Yeah. Well, I haven't even drawn the tail yet.
oh,
You gotta give
okay.
me time.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to draw the tail in now. Tails aren't usually up on a crocodile like that. They're very heavy and flat. So make it thick towards the base, towards the bottom, the creature's bottom, or the base of the tail. And there is usually 2 ridges of scales, thick scales that run down the tails, as Arif pointed out. So you can put those in. I'm just going to put on the tail, a little bit on the body, on the back under the body, and do some more scales and things on there. And to finish it off, do a few bits of hair on the body. You could add some whiskers in if you wanted. Evelyn, have you got a question now?
I've seen a crocodile in real life.
Oh, really? In the wild or at a zoo?
At the zoo.
Oh, I think I've seen one at the zoo too. I haven't seen one in the wild though, but that's pretty cool. That was good, Marcus. It looks like a dragon there. All right. So how's everyone going with their koala? I almost said crocodile lions. Ariel, that's really nice. Aram, that's cool. I like that. Ella, that's really cute. That's great. Well done. We've probably got time to do one more. Araf, you got another question?
Yes. There's a little, I forgot it, but.
All right, well, if you remember, put it in the chat.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
from now I will charge you $10 per question, okay?
How can you give me $10? You were so far.
No, you've got to give us $10 every time you want to ask a question.
Wait, what? I did not even know I got money yet.
Okay. All right, so we're going to draw one more thing. So I'm going to give you a choice. We can either do, and I say hold up one finger for eagle and cheetah, or 2 fingers for bat and wolf. So eagle, cheetah, 1 finger, bat, wolf, 2 fingers. I'm seeing a lot of 2 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. So by 1 point, we got bat and wolf. So that's what we're going to be doing next. That was my choice too, actually, because I think that's really cool. Okay. This will be our last one for today, because we only got about 15 to 20 minutes left. Lucas is holding up 4 fingers. What does that mean? Okay. All right. So we're going to do a wolf and a bat. So I'm just trying to picture it in my head, the shape. So I want to do like a wolf sort of, you know, you see wolves and they're leaning over and they're growling and they look really scary. So this is sort of the shape of the body, and the head's going to be down here. So the nose down there, it's got its head down low. My dog does this to me when he wants to play. He's like, "Arr." I might make that a little bit skinnier up there. Because this way we can do the wings coming up the back. Make sure you got space up here for wings. We're going to do eyes sort of down here. Ears up here. One leg sort of standing here with a big foot. And the other one here, sort of behind the head a bit. Sorry, it was off the page. Oh, I've lost my little notebook. Okay, and then on the back leg, this is where the one that's going to be bent a bit. So we come down that way, and then down to foot again. So I've done it higher because it's as if he's sort of on a plane, sort of like this, and the ground's going away. Like that. It's not just flat. And while we're at that, you could do the tail. We'll do the tail sort of down, big sort of bushy tail. Oh, I thought I had a question there and then it went away. So that's basically a wolf. So to add in the bat, I was going to add wings, but we could also add like big bat ears on there, or we could even have done the wings as arms, because wings are basically arms. Lucas, got a question?
I can't catch up.
Well, I haven't drawn anything for a while, so you've got time.
I've only just finished my crocodile shark. Wait, no, not that.
Oh, crocodile, lion.
Yeah.
Well, we've only got a few minutes left, so we can't wait too long. But remember, this is recorded, so you can, I think in a day or two, you can go online and you have to get the link, I think, from Brilliant Kids, and then you can, I think they have it on YouTube, and you can get the password and watch this recording again on YouTube. So if you miss something, you can always rewatch. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out a bit, like so, and then move this down because I want to draw in the wings. Now, we haven't talked about wings properly yet, but wings have the same bone structure as your arm. So basically, wings are arms. So they start at the shoulder point. So I'm going to draw a second shoulder on top of this first shoulder. And then I'm going to have the upper arm to the elbow. So upper arm to the elbow. And then the forearm up like that. And this is sort of where the hand is. You can see that how it looks like an arm. If I did that on the other side as well, shoulder here. Upper arm to elbow, forearm to hand. So it's like this wolf is lifting his arms up above his head with his elbows bent, his elbows sticking out. And if you look at pictures of a bat, I'm just going to get one up on my other screen. Show you. Their wings are actually made up of their fingers. So you see this bat, this is the shoulder to the elbow. I'm trying to get it so it's not glary. And then this is the forearm. See how long the forearm is to the hand? That little bit sticking out there is the thumb. And then these are their fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. And on this side, 1, 2, 3, and there's a fourth one up there. So even if I clicked on this one, you can see the same thing. You can't see the elbows behind here. And then that's the forearm, thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they've got finger joints in there. Same as we've got 3 finger joints. They've got 3 finger joints as well. You can see here. One really long one, and then a short one. So little bumps, they're the knuckles, and then another short one. So if you can learn how to draw hands and arms, you should be able to draw wings. Okay, so I've got our arms positioned up. Now, we could do a little thumb sticking up on both sides. Well, now I'm going to do sort of a long finger, 1, 2, 3, like that. And because this is a made-up creature, you can, you can cheat and change the rules a bit. So there's my second finger, and for the bat wing, I'm going to just join them up like that. Sometimes you'll see there's a bone coming out of the elbow. We don't have bones coming out of our elbows apart from our arms. So that doesn't exist, but as I said, it's a made-up creature. So why don't we just put one in there? One coming out there, and we'll do another little loop. And then that loop will then join up to the underarm. Usually it joins up to the tail or the foot of the bat. But again, this is just a made-up creature, so we can break the rules. I'm just rubbing out those lines in there. So let's do that on the other side as well. So we don't want to draw these ones bigger. We're going to do roughly the same. 1, 2, 3. And then another one. 1, 2, 3. And then one from the elbow. And remember to loop them around to join them up. Join, join, join. Okay, I'll just pull out so you can see the whole thing. So now we've got, it's basically a wolf with wings, a wolf with bat wings, like a devil wolf or something. And now we can start making some changes to it. I think bat ears would look cool. So I'm going to rub out the ears that I've drawn. I'll draw out just this one. Bat ears are very big and they take up a lot of the face. So there's sort of like one bat ear there. If I did the other one, get roughly the same size. Let's show this. So sorry, Lucas, did you have a question then, or did I forget to take your? Nope. Okay. And try to get as much of it in there as possible. And then what I'll do now is just go over it and add in detail. And Victoria, that was cool. Really good job. Wow, Ella, that's cool. Ariel, it's really, really good, really confusing with those wings. They're a bit hard to do. Miles, that looks cool. I like that shading in there too. Tesh, cool. All right. So yeah, I'd go in now and I might change my pencil a bit sharper and add details in the eyes. And I give them wolfy eyes. How much time? We've got about 7 minutes left. You know, and try and make them look furry. Where the bat is very furry. They're pretty gross looking actually. But we can add some furry face, furry cheeks to the wolf. Put his mouth in down low, his nose. Even up on his back, we can do the hackles sticking up. Whenever my dog sort of starts barking at someone or gets scared, he puts just the fur on between his shoulder blades on the back of his neck. It stands up. Looks like he's got a mohawk. So again, you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing. You can just sort of use it as a guide and then come up with your own ideas. That's the best way to expand your imagination, is by just practicing different things, but always be open to learning new things as well, which is what you're doing here. You're trying new things, but I don't expect you to copy mine exactly. Just gonna add a little bit of shading there, making it a bit darker around the eyes, making it look a bit scarier. Putting his his arms, his front legs in, big claws, not big claws, big feet with claws. Actually, this looks a bit like my dog, because my dog's got very big ears. He's still growing into his ears. All right, you got a question, last one, and we won't charge you for this one.
What breed is your dog?
My dog's a German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah, those are my favorite dogs. I'm even getting one.
You're going to get one, are you?
Yeah.
Right, you need to pay me $10, Araf.
I said you could have that one for free. That's the last one.
I'm still not gonna pay $10. Or get $10 from Mr. Evans.
I don't
No,
have
I think I need to ask your parents to give us $10.
$10.
All right, so when we come to the arm, or the wings, sorry, I'm just going to zoom in. So I thickened it up so there's the shoulder, and then we're coming up to the elbow there. Just going to turn around a bit, because I want to draw this elbow spike like that. So then the wing part, the membrane, sort of stretched in between like that. And then when it comes to the forearm part, I'm going to shape it a little bit like a forearm. So it's got the muscle at the bottom. It comes up to the wrist. I'll rub out those construction lines. And then basically I want to like thicken up all the fingers. So I'll add in a little thumb with a claw. And with the fingers, they'll be long, but when they get to the knuckle, I'm just going to go around like that, thicken it up. See that? So do this one, will come along, and then make it a bit thicker around the knuckle, and then down to a point. Like that. So we've got thin, knuckle, thin, knuckle, thin. And we do that on the other finger as well. Normally there'd be 4 fingers, but we took some liberties. Knuckle, thin, knuckle, thin. Keep doing this up. So there we have the wing. That's cool, Gabriella. So it looks like he's got a wing coming off his bottom. It's coming off his bottom over there. I think you missed this part of the arm. the wing. Yeah, because you've got the hand and the elbow. You haven't drawn this part here, the shoulder and the upper arm on that one there. But otherwise, it looks really good. Okay, we are out of time. I'm gonna fill in this last little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 toes. Some claws on. Make the tail really bristly. Okay, Peter, we are out of time.
Yep. I'm still waiting for $10 when I arrive. That's why.
Waiting for a while.
I'll be consistent. All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the class. I'm going to unmute everyone to say goodbye to Mr. Evans.
Bye.